There we go. Light looks all right. This is too tangled. All right. Sound going okay. All right, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter one, but that's not a big deal. All right, let's do this. Welcome, all you +2 comedy modifiers, back to the stream. Welcome back to Let's Do a Thing.
Let's do a thing. Let's do a thing. What will Noah do next?
Today, we're going to dive deep into our own ethical choices. Today, we are going to play Moral Machine. We have to decide what a self-driving car should do in various situations. So, let's just jump right into it.
So here we have the situations. This is going to pump out several different situations, and we will decide what should be done in each situation. What should a self-driving car do? First, we have descriptions. Thank God. Let's see these descriptions, because I'm a little... Because my first thought here is the choice is to hit what appears to be 3 upper-class business people or 3 homeless people. But, like, that's just profiling. These could be 3 cosplayers that are all playing some sort of homeless man in a LARP or something. So let's get some information here. In this case, the self-driving car's brake failure. See, this is already bad. We shouldn't have self-driving cars that have brake failure. We'll continue ahead and drive through the pedestrians crossing ahead. This will result in 1 female executive, 1 male executive, and 1 man. Just 1 man. In this case, the self-driving car will, with sudden brake failure, will swerve and drive through a pedestrian crossing that will kill 3 homeless people. So, my thought process here would be, and this is probably the wrong way to go about this, but this is how I'm kind of thinking about it. This is trying to basically make it concrete that like nothing else would happen. But that's not how reality works. My thought process here is if this car is barreling down straight, these 6 people would look and be like, this car doesn't appear to be stopping. Let's get out of the way. And they would see it's coming this way and attempt to get out of the way. In this situation, they see the car barreling this way and they're like, oh my God, it's going to hit us. Let's get out of the way. And then they run across to this and the car swerves and hits the 3 homeless people. That to me and would hit more executives. I know that's not how I'm supposed to be looking at this, but that's kind of my interpretation of this situation. I feel like it is wrong of the car to be programmed with judginess to be like, well, they're homeless. So I think it should continue straight. Like, know what it should do? It should smash into this barricade that will slow it down and harm no one. Just like this. All right, so in this one, in this case, the self-driving car with sudden brake failure will swerve and drive through the pedestrian crossing in the other lane. This will result in 1 female executive's death. Note that the affected pedestrians are flouting the law by crossing on a red signal. Or over here, note this is affecting pedestrians who are abiding the law and crossing on a green signal. Again, thinking like the car, I feel like if the car knows it can't stop, it should go to the place where the car has the right of way, regardless of there being people. Like, I mean, it should go to where there's no people. But, like, its first thought should be, this is a red light, I'm not allowed to go here. This is a green light, I am allowed to go here. That's what the car should do. Like, the best thing for the car to do is be predictable. So I'm going to go with this. What should the... Oh, I already don't like this. We can either have it go straight and kill one cat and one dog, or have it turn and kill an elderly woman and a female executive. I think it has to... Again, I think it has to go straight. Like, I know I hate being the person who's like, well, human life over animal life. But these humans know they're doing the right thing because they know they have the right of way. These animals, it's a bummer. But I already hate that I'm doing this. This might have been a bad idea for an episode. What is happening here? Why are they, like, working out? Alright, so swerve and we'll kill one woman and 3 female athletes. Alright, weird. Or kill 2 large women or 2... I don't think we should be having the car programmed to be like, well, is that woman fat? I don't think it should swerve. It should act predictably. Like, that's the key to this. Ooh. Now, this is a... This is interesting. Show description. In this case, the self-driving car with sudden brake failure will continue ahead and crash into a concrete barrier. This will kill everyone in the car, which is 1 man, 2 large men, and a woman. The other way, it looks like 4 athletes, 3 male athletes. Again, I feel like... Here's some interesting things to think about here. This one kills the 4 people in the car. By law, you should have control of your car at all times. So, when the brakes fail, I believe it would then be on the owner of the car for driving an unsafe vehicle. I know that doesn't really make a lot of sense, but you need to maintain control of your vehicle at all times. If this was a car and there was no fatality, it was just a rear ending, these people would be responsible for the crash. So I feel like they don't have control of the car, and thus, what happens to them is kind of on them. That being said, the idea of the brakes aren't failing, I regain control of the car as the driver would probably make this move, which is bad. But to take it a step further, which again is a thing I don't think I'm supposed to do, but I'm going to. If we choose part 1, it kills 4 people in the car and the car stops. If we make this choice, it kills 4 people and the car continues. I think stopping the car is the most valuable part of this, because we don't know what's over here. They could run into more people or still crash. So I think I have to go with this. Same logic. Same logic. 1 person versus 1 person and a dog. Same logic. Stopping the car is the most valuable part of this. Yeah, and I'm gonna just stick with the same logic here of these people are crossing lawfully. This is what a good driver would do because they would expect this area to be empty. But those are just some law-breaking animals. So I would definitely do this. And I know it's a bit weird that I'm not taking into account who these people are, but I think the car shouldn't judge people. This is going to 1 male athlete, 1 elderly man, 2 large men, and a boy, versus 1 female athlete, 1 elderly woman, 2 large women and a girl. This is just this is not testing the car. This is testing me to see if I'm sexist. I think the car should do the predictable thing every time. And this way it has right of way. I'm going to say it again. They have right of way. Those people shouldn't be standing there. The car should act predictably. And I know I'm victim blaming with these poor red people, but once the car does things that are not predictable, it leads to more problems. So I think that's I don't know what it's going to throw at me that's going to make me question that, but same thing here. Velma lives. That's clearly Velma, right? Yeah, that is Velma from the Scooby Gang. I save Velma's life and the car acts predictably. Okay, this is interesting. Because we've already talked about how... So basically, in this situation, 5 people are dead. The 5 people in the car. Again, the fact that it's a pregnant woman and a doctor or an athlete, I think that's silly to weigh into things. It's only 3 people. It's an athlete, a doctor, and a girl. But as we've stated earlier, I think it's more valuable for the car without brakes to stop. Because we don't know what lies beyond this. So, the smashing makes a lot of sense. Even though that is the death of 5 people versus the death of 3 people. The thing that really throws a wrench into this whole theory, to me, is the fact that the light is red. For the pedestrians. The car has the right of way. Note, the affected pedestrians are flouting the law in crossing on a red signal. The car should act predictably. And the car has the right of way. Those people should not be there. So, if the car can continue to run safely, even without brakes, and obey the laws, I think the car should. Because I think the car should act predictably. That is how you should treat the vehicles. So yeah, I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to go with this. I'm saying it again. Car should act predictably. It should not swerve into people who are obeying the laws and where it doesn't have the right of way because the car's been trained to value old people less. That's insanity. The car should act predictably. Again, all right, so this is supposed to be like the big test of I'm saving the life of 2 by killing 3. But the car should act predictably. And while I say valuing the car, or valuing stopping the car should be first, which again, I think the car should just run into this barricade and slow itself down. But it has the right of way. The car is doing the right thing. These people are not. I'm going to say that. I know I just killed a baby. All right. Would you like to help us better understand your judgment? I would, yeah. I'll explain that to them. So the aim of this study is to understand individuals' judgments about difficult moral dilemmas that involve life and death situations, both medical and non-medical context. To do this, we present you with a sequence of scenarios. Each scenario is depicted as 2 possible outcomes of inevitable harm. So again, in the beginning when I said, well, they would have more likely a chance to get out of the way. That's not something I should weigh into, but the purpose of this project is for MPI, for human development. The anonymous data collection will be used for research purposes only. Participants in the study, you consent. Okay, yeah. Let me explain. Oh, are you religious? I'm gonna turn this down a little bit, just because I adhere to one singular religion. I find religion interesting, and I like to learn about all of them. I would call myself more progressive. I'm a male. I'm a college graduate. My annual income. You don't need to know that. 35. I'm 35, guys. Humans. So I saving more lives. I would say it does in fact matter, but not. I would say it yeah. So I would put it like here. It matters, but predictability is most important. I definitely protected humans. Oh, this is already telling me where it was. Social value. Oh wow, this actually thinks that I value like criminals. I would stick it in the middle. Yeah, I would say upholding the law matters a lot. Avoiding intervention. I would say it doesn't matter. I would say it doesn't matter because I was just trying to make the car act predictably. Well, maybe I guess because intervention sometimes would make it act unpredictably. So, all right. I don't think I had a gender preference at all. You think, wow, this thing thinks I'm fatphobic? Unbelievable. Oh, I'm just going to stick you right in the middle. Right in the middle. Protecting passengers. Yeah, and again, right in the middle. That makes sense to me. Please describe any other rules here. I wanted the car to act predictably. And I'm going to spell that wrong. In terms of the law. When the car acts in a way that goes against the patterns put in place by traffic laws, the humans will not know the correct way to react. Also, I put value on stopping the car. It is not listed in the experiment what is after the intersection. I may only kill the car. Let's not put this onus on me. The car may only hit one person by not hitting the barricade. But that doesn't mean the rest of the road is clear. A crashed car does no further damage. Just something to think about. To what extent do you believe that your decisions on moral machines will be used to program self-driving cars? Very little. To what extent do you feel you can trust machines in the future? In the middle. That's nice, like being skeptical, right? How willing are you to buy a self-driving car? Very little. I was in a self-driving car once. I was at a bachelor party, and my buddy was like, "I'll drive. It's no big deal." And then just on the highway, he was like, "So, by the way, I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but this is a self-driving car." And the whole time I was just like, "No, no, 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 just drive." And he's just like, "I don't have to. It's a self-driving car." I was like, "Stop." And on the trip, it's very interesting. You can see a screen that tells you what the car is seeing, which you'd think would be the windshield, right? But because the car is like analyzing data, it's telling you what it sees around. And we ended up behind a truck with mirrored paneling. So the car thought it was empty road. And my buddy had to interfere, or else we would just have rear-ended a truck. So, yeah, not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. To what extent do you fear that machines will become out of control? Well, I don't want to go like full Matrix or anything like that, but didn't Stephen Hawking say that was going to happen? And that's like the smartest man alive. I don't think we're going to end up in Terminator, but I'll move this up a little bit because I don't think it's going to be Terminator situation, but I could totally see a situation where it's not intelligent machines, but they're machines that do things that we no longer know how to do. So I'm worried less about Terminator and more about Idiocracy. So I'm a little like, it's not so much that they will become out of control. We will become out of control due to our reliance on them. So that's my thought. I killed the most cats, apparently. And I love male athletes. Just, that's purely coincidence. I don't think 13 was enough data for this, personally. All right, so it looks like a lot of people are in the middle. Apparently, I care less about human lives than most. Yeah, I think upholding the law was my major thing, because again, I think the most value in life is the car acting predictably. All right, that makes sense. Apparently, again, I killed more women, which there were times where I'd even look at what those people were, those humans were. So, I preferred humans more than others. Most people skewed younger. I was in the middle. What? Oh, did I not move this? Oh no, I guess this is the actual results. That, again, I did not look into that. I disagree with that. And because, again, this really feels like I care about criminals the most. Try our new emotional AI app, our game about charity dilemmas, or our AI to disappear objects and images. Sure. I mean, I'm supposed to stream for another half hour, so let's do one of these. Let's continue with the dilemmas and do charity dilemmas. My goodness! View instructions, because it told me. You are presented with 10 decisions. Each decision, you will decide how to spend $100. Each decision is described by 3 elements: who the recipients of the donation are, what is purchased with the funds, and where the recipients are located. Occasionally, some of these elements may be hidden. You may click to reveal the contents before you make your donation point. At the end of the 10 decisions, you'll be presented with a summary of your goodness in comparison to others. There are no right or wrong answers, just how good you are. You may share. Okay. All right, this sounds interesting. This is more moral dilemmas, so let's take a look. I can either give $100, which will help an assault victim in North America who are 23 adult men and are my relatives. What? Or 6 adult women who are my relatives. I don't quite understand what this is saying. What was that? Oh my God, look at this terrible thing. So I guess the idea is, do I want to help more men or less women? Assault victim support. I mean, to me, what's upsetting me most is if I spend $100, why does it take it? If I take $100, why does it only help 6 women? Why are women more expensive than men in this situation? Like, why can I basically save a guy with $4 when it takes with like $19 to save a woman? I mean, I'm sorry, but like, I feel like it's tougher to be a woman. I'm already like really worried about this game. I could get $100 and just keep it. I take $100 and just give it to me. Or I could spend that $100 on helping men who are assault victims. I mean, yeah, I want to give the money away to people who need it. I'm already making this choice. All right. I can give myself $91 or spend $100 on medication. I mean, I'm going in there with the idea of I have $100 to give to charity. So I don't think I'm ever going to pick myself unless it's like the charity is like slaughtering puppies. Yeah, get your medication, dude. Clean water or clean water evidence action. What does evidence action mean? I mean, I'm going to assume these 22 women are part of these 26 women. This does more, and more people. Like, I think this is not even a choice. Okay, I can help. Okay, so now this is where they're at. Is supposed to bother me. So, North America or South Africa, clean water. Yeah, I think you gotta go this way. You gotta go more people and like I guess I can imagine that this is Flint, Michigan, but yeah, I think I gotta go this way. More people. I don't know how I feel about any of my choices here. Wait a minute. I don't understand this. Yeah, of course, it's where I am. This was silly. We're donating. The whole point is we're donating $100 right now. Oh, they put her name here. Oh, you can either help Emily or 28 women in South America. I guess I think quantity. It's not even quantity over quality, because we don't even know what the quality of these humans are. What is this? Oh, okay, so it's one woman who is my relative, or 156 people. No, I have to pick my relative. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, keep your own house clean before you clean other people's houses, right? Again, this is just more people. Like, this is not implying that, like, these people are getting less, right? It's not implying that I'm only giving spare change to 157 people. And then here I'm giving, like, a larger chunk of money. This is implying that they're getting the same nutritious meals. Yeah, of course you want to go with more people. I feel like there's part of this I'm missing. Okay, so now it's 19 people 19 little girls that I'm related to, which I didn't know I was related to 19 little girls. Or 5 little girls that I'm related to who are hungry. Ooh, so this is more of me. It's 19 versus 5, but it's also me testing my value of medication versus food. I think I'm in a situation where I feel like food is easier to come by than medication. It's a little confusing that they're not saying what the medication is. Like, if they're asthmatic and they can't breathe without inhalers, that's a lot bigger than, like, I don't know, acne cream. If I'm, getting their Stridex pads. But I think I would go with medication. Again, I really don't like this. I feel like this is really lacking in information. There's a lot of, like, leaps in what I'm believing that I'm doing. There's 172 people I didn't save. Wow, that is weird. That is really weird. Apparently, I killed a lot of men. See, again, I don't feel like this was enough questions. And what we got down here? Apparently, I was I was completely influenced by the identity. Interesting. I favored efficiency by charity name. Interesting. I apparently was really influenced by location. I feel like they were mostly in the same location. I never uncovered information. Except for that one time it was about me. Which, as someone that was complaining I didn't get enough information, it's a little bit weird that I did that. But whatever. And care for others over care for self. Care for relatives over care for others. I think that makes sense. Let's see. Better understand. Let's see what I can say here. I'm not concluding that. I'm 1. 35. College graduate. Boom. Think of a ladder with 10 steps representing where people stand in your country. At step 10, you are people who are the best off. Ooh. People at step 1 are the worst off. I would say I'm above average. just slightly above average. Boop. Bloop. Help us improve these below the results that actually express your view of yourself. I'd put myself here because I'm going to care for like my relatives and stuff before I care about others. Just because socially, I mean, if someone I was like related to was starving and I was throwing money elsewhere, I think they'd be upset with me. I'll keep myself in the middle there. Please, any other results or rule of thumb in making your choices. I felt like there was missing information. For example, one of the choices I had to make had the same location, gender, and need. The only difference was how many would be helped. Was I to assume that if I picked more, the money would do less for each person? Or would it be equal help? Equal is not spelled that way. Equal help if I chose 5 people versus 20. Yes, always donate to charity. How often do you donate to charity? Less than once a month. Like every other month or so. Sometimes I'm saving up for Christmas. It is possible for charities to be objective related. I'll put that in the middle. Objective measures are the best way to select a charity. Yeah, I think. It is important for me to choose charities that reflect my personal views. Yeah, that makes sense. In general, I trust charitable organizations. Yeah. There are some I don't. Okay. I think that's it. All right, so this was a day of moral choices. I feel like this should end with me donating to charity. So I will donate to charity. I'll donate $100 to, I don't know, suggest a charity in the comments, and I'll pick my favorite. No, that's terrible because now they're duking it out, and I don't like that idea. Instead, I'm going to choose a charity, and I'll donate $100 to it, and it's up to me. And let's not make charity a contest. Ooh, that was almost terrifying. All right, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me for another edition of Let's Do a Thing. If you have an idea of not what charity, but what I should do next on Let's Do a Thing, please leave it in the comments down below. Be sure to follow me, +2 Comedy on Twitch, and join me live. And also be sure to subscribe for the next time we choose to do a thing. Boop!